We're live now. Don't cuss. Your daughter will ask questions.
Edit this room. All right.
Man, like, what's up with the Democrats being surprised? Yo. Like, we're just not coming out and voting? Or, I mean, what's up? Man, Trump has the pulse beat of, like, populist America, man. Central America. Yeah.
Listen, if somebody put up a meme, you're unfriending me? Be sure to click the go fuck yourself button on the way out.
We just lost Mitch again. How'd this happen?
I just
running
left.
out of battery.
Oh.
No battery. I got to get.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're leaving?
Yeah, I got to go. So you're still on, though.
I see that.
Yeah, catch you later, dude.
Bye.
See you, Donna.
So 4 people are watching right now. And Mitch, like, put us back on the air when the other one, like, went off somehow. So we got Donna Kane over here. Where's my hand? Somewhere. There's Donna in that hat. And she's over there watching something on her phone. I'm leaning after a few beers. What are you watching? Us? I think she's watching Us right now. Got this like circular loop thing going on. Like she's on the show and she's watching the show. And I say I'm leaning because I've had 3 beers, so I might as well have the 4th one. And tomorrow's workout might be optional. Depends on how much water I drink before bed.
Biden 47.9.
So hey, this one says Facebook user. Says hey, who's this Facebook user? I've never had a Facebook user that says hey ya. Who's hey ya? What's up with that? All right, hey ya. I know about Freya. So yeah, we're watching the election results. We had them all fancy up here, but you can probably see it on TV anyways. But yeah, so yeah, if you put StreamYard.com for RDS 54 awkward whatever, you was good. Us was good. US was good. The US was good. So here we are watching the votes slowly be counted. I'm on beer number 4. This is the election night live stream.
Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes.
Adobo.
Adobo. You can just have us what, like a jar of adobo?
Did you see it?
Adobo jar?
Look.
Oh, you can, like little baby. Look at that little baby adobo. That's funny, man. They talking about, yeah, Lowry seasoned salt adobo. Like, you know, what kind of chef are you if you don't have those in your cabinet? This Facebook user's tripping, man. I don't even make sense of what they're writing. Here's Scarlett, though. Scarlett's back. I'm about to pass out, but Sarah McBride, Stephanie Byers had the same outcome. Outstanding. That's am I correct, Scarlett? So they're both what were transgender folks running for what elected office and were elected? Is it Congress? That's very cool. Anyways, it's like So we got like, oh crap, man, 8 people are watching the live stream right now. We have the biggest crowd all night. There's like nobody on the show, and I'm on my 4th beer, and you're on the phone, and there's some unidentified Facebook user talking about, oh man.
Is it streaming?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is Phoenix Veritas. Okay, I know her on Facebook. We've never actually met. She's this Facebook user. I don't know why, because yeah, like we're actually friends on Facebook. That's pretty weird, you know. I have no idea. But hey, what's up, man? So, yeah. Veritas, man. It's like truth, I think. Isn't that like truth in Latin? You don't know Latin?
No, I don't know Latin.
What'd they teach you in Brooklyn growing up?
I went to Catholic church and I learned everything I was supposed to say.
So yeah.
Give me, Father, 5 cents. It's been 3 days since my last confession. I stole a candy bar from the store.
Must be the way I'm streaming. Yeah, probably. Who knows? No, it hasn't been on my Facebook page. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Can you see the dog hula hooping?
No, I just like this, like a bright shiny, like the aliens just landed on the earth or something. Shine my ray gun in your face, man. That's a thought like hump in the air. What's that, like dry humping to the beat?
No, he's hula hooping.
Oh, holy crap. Dog's hula hooping. That's crazy. It's election night, and some places Trump is winning, in other places Trump is losing. In some places Biden is winning, in other places Biden is losing. And in one place in the universe on the phone over here, there's a dog with a hula hoop around its waist. This is amazing. Oh, we have Elizabeth Flowers Cutright. She's right here in Ocala. How are you doing, Gene? I saw your 4 beers in. I haven't touched my Mountain Dew yet. Yeah, it's really bad. I had a strong workout today and decided – I figured actually that Donna would have 2 of these, but she didn't. And I'm start my 4th one. I've been pacing well. I mean, it's Coors Light, so it's a low ABV. Calories aren't too bad. I'll probably hate life tomorrow, but I mean, as far as like, I don't really drink a lot anymore. So, like 4 beers, yeah, it's kind of a fair amount. But I'm not driving, and hopefully I will wake up and Biden will be the president-elect. I sure hope so. But yeah, Elizabeth is she's like the curator or the moderator, whatever. I don't know what the word they use is on the commissioner. I don't know, the commish, man, whoever, of the Marion County like political movement Facebook page. And I actually left it a while back. I probably shouldn't have. I don't know. I've done that before, but she does a really good job with it. She's cool. And we got like 6 people watching now. This is huge, man. This is like a movement almost is happening. Yeah. So they've been saying this close election may come down to Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin for like 3 weeks now. It hasn't changed on the TV, that's for sure. Oh, my shoulder hurts. Yeah, I don't know what the workout is tomorrow, but it probably is suggested that I probably should have had all this beer. But I mean, if I took Wednesday off, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd go back Thursday, Friday, like Sunday. I don't know. I'll be there. I'll get through it. Yeah. I also have 2 energy drinks for the morning. Actually, well, 1. I bought 2, but I'll only have 1, most likely. But so yeah, I've got energy drinks to further the damage that the Coors Light is causing. Thanks, Gene. You can come back when you want. You know that I can come back to the page, the political page. That's cool. Yeah. Like I say, it's funny, man. Someone said to me today, man, after my workout, someone I worked out with, they said, yeah, they're like really anxious, like today's election day and all this. And I said, I'm not, man. Like I'm anxious leading up to it. It's like this, like I said, hurry up and wait. It's like, oh, big election. Oh, the big consequences. And there are big consequences, obviously. Right. I mean, they're important consequences. But now it's like the actual day of like, okay, we're going to, it's official voting day, even though a lot of people have already voted. But it's like official. We're going to start counting the vote day, I guess you could say now. And it's just like, okay, yeah, like it's gonna be really, fucked up, man. I think if Trump gets reelected. I remember like you were at my house 4 years ago when he got elected, and you left because it was all night, man. It was like, oh, we're still waiting on like Pennsylvania and whatever, and forever. And then they at Clinton's place, I guess they were in New York, I think, down by the pier or something, down by the piers. They said like, yeah, she's not gonna talk tonight, and I went to sleep and I woke up, and I actually woke up really cool, like it was kind of a nice day, and I guess I was awake like about 6 seconds, and I realized, holy shit, man, Donald Trump's. Because I remember he came out right before I went to bed. They had him come out like they announced him like 2:30, 3 in the morning or something. And I woke, first like 3 seconds I was awake, I felt great, and then I was like, holy shit, man, that really happened, man. Donald Trump got elected president. And I was just like laying there in bed, like, oh man, it's like a bad dream you can't wake up from because it's real. Who we got? Oh, wow, man. John Harrison. What's up, man? Hey, John. Now, we may only have 4 people in the known universe watching this show right now, but John Harrison is one of them. And what's important about that, John is Pat. Now, you call me pastor. John's an actual pastor up in, he's a Presbyterian pastor up near Birmingham. Small church, relatively small church. I've known him going back, oh, shit, man. 2009, basically, early 2000. Like when I first got on Facebook, first got on Twitter, we were outlaw preachers.
Oh, okay.
I tell you about the outlaw preachers and all that, right? Right? And he was one of them, and he's this guy's like, he's a registered socialist and shit, man, for real. He's a president. It was a guy just like him that wrote the Pledge of Allegiance, man. The guy who wrote the original Pledge of Allegiance. It was I think Francis Bellamy. His son was Edward, who wrote the book Looking Backward, which I read in college as a history major. Pretty interesting book. But Francis Bellamy was a Presbyterian minister and a socialist. And he wrote the Pledge of Allegiance, like the original version of it. And, and so he's got only part-time. Ain't no such thing as a part-time pastor like there's no such thing as a part-time prophet, man. What you talking about, bro? I might start sounding like a full-time asshole if I keep talking like that, but if John was my pastor, I'd be cool with that. He's a pastor's pastor. You know what I mean? It's like there's certain people I know. I mean, not to say there's other people I go, yeah, I like him, but if they were my pastor, I'd shoot myself in the head. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if John were my pastor, I'd be, all right, my soul is well looked after. Like it's okay. There you go. Yep. He was a Republican and then became a Democrat. And now he's just a hellraiser. He's a prophet. He's become a buff prophet. Man. John smoked cigarettes like I did. He quit cigarettes a 3 years ago, I guess, 3 years ago. I quit. It's going on 8 years. I guess he quit a few years ago. And then, like we both have been going to the gym a lot the last few years. And first, like I was losing a lot of weight, and then I kind of plateaued out, and John just kept losing weight, man. John's like the Presbyterian Arnold Schwarzenegger, corn communist minister of North Central Alabama. Yeah.
You don't pay your tithes, I'll be back.
He don't care about no tithes, man. He'd love to be my pastor, dude. So what are we doing? Close election may come down. See, this is the same headlines. It's been the same headline for 5 years. But yeah, we did come to the conclusion that Governor Whitmer is attractive.
Okay.
That did come up in the conversation tonight. We did have that. I can't believe they haven't called Florida. I'm sad to see Trump. Looks like he's going to win it, but it kind of looked like that back 2 hours ago.
Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii's going to all vote for Biden. Hawaii's like, you can't. I don't think you're allowed to be a Republican and live in Hawaii or something. It's like all the Republicans must live in Alaska. It's always voting red, and libertarian types, I guess. And then, but Hawaii is like heavily Democratic. Look at how the diagram there for Nebraska with the congressional district. It's like some kind of weird SAT geometry question. Oh my God! I hope Trump doesn't win. We need underdog. Underdog. There's Elizabeth coming back. Hey, Elizabeth, you should come on the show. Look, all you got to do is, there it is. Yeah, see? StreamYard.com, 4RDS54 awkward. Put that like in your browser and it'll bring you up on the show. I guess you click through a couple things or something. And I promise I don't bite, especially through the screen, you know. And Donna Kane over here, man, she'll slap me upside the head if I try. So I think she's within reach. Yeah, she could do it. She could do it without me. Yeah, she could. We're keeping you up to date the exact second. And for the last like 2 hours, it said close selection may come down to Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And John King on CNN has shown like 52,345 different scenarios. I wonder how much coffee he has on an election night. Yeah. Could you picture like Don Trump Jr. on Adderall, too much Adderall, like snorting it instead of like eating it and like doing this board? That would be pretty funny. Oh yeah, and his girlfriend, what's her name from Fox News? She could be like shouting the whole time. Rick Scott can bite my scrotum. That is the best comment of the night, right there. No, and that is from what I say, the Socialist Pledge of Allegiance. If he'd have lived 100,000 years ago, writer of the Pledge of Allegiance, progressive Presbyterian minister, Rick Scott can bite my scrotum. That should be a bumper sticker in Florida.
The protests are underway in Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah?
Got Fox News.
There's protests underway in Washington, D.C. Someone must have bit Rick Scott's scrotum and he got pissed. Rick Scott can bite my scrotum. I got a screenshot. I got to wait a minute. I got to get a picture of this because this is going in my note. I'm just going to write it in my notes. Quote from, this will be like one day when I write the ultimate history of Christianity, like every major figure in Christianity. John Harrison's going to be in there. It's going to be Rick Scott. It's like, there's Luther, like, here I stand, I can do no other. And there's like, I don't know, Billy Graham, man. I don't know, come to the altar or whatever. And then there's going to be John Harrison. Rick Scott can bite my scrotum. All right.
You said that racist bastard got to go.
All right, here we go. We're going to write this one down. Rick Scott. I'm going to have to start a poem with this. John Harrison. John, the one redeeming quality of Rick Scott is to demonstrate to you Alabamians that while you do have some rather asshole-ish politicians there, even though some of them can be kind of cute at times, like, Governor Meemaw, we got our share elsewhere too. So don't feel like, you have the whole bag of dicks.
Yep.
It will be Friday before we know. You think so? You think it'll be Friday? I don't know. I don't think it'll be Friday. I think it'll be tonight. I don't think it'll be tomorrow. I think it's going to be a couple days. But I don't know, man. Friday's only 3 days away, so I guess maybe. Yeah. Should be an interesting few days. So we got, here's Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth's coming on in a few. All right. Now, Elizabeth is actually like a sober, decent person.
Okay.
Versus like, yeah, she's not like a corn communist Presbyterian minister from like, Alabama or, on her fourth beer like me or like Donald Trump or, So yeah, she's gonna come on here, and I gotta put that banner back up, I guess, because I was on the comments. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is this it? Here we go. Yeah. So there's 4 people watching now. Yeah, StreamYard.com. Just like put that in your browser. Come up on the show, man. Hang out with me and Donna Kane. You know, like where else on the internet you're gonna find some guy from the South and a former guard upstate New York? You know, like from Brooklyn, badass. She's watching this. So is that the protest in New York right there on your phone?
Yeah, it's in DC. It just came up live.
So people starting to kind of show up. Maybe was that up around like that when they fenced off the White House and all of that? You think
this is happening right now?
Right, but they put up like these barrier fences kind of around the White House area. I guess for a block or 2 around it, something like that.
Cops just shut them down.
Uh-oh.
They came all different directions.
So we're covering it live right here in Donna Kane's living room, the protests in Washington, D.C. She's got them over there on her phone. And we got the big John King and his big, board, whatever, on CNN. Got 5 people now. This is amazing. Like numbers went up. We had 8 there for a while.
That's good.
It is good.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, man. You can you can comment if you're watching this like on my Facebook page or the Rucksack Revolution Facebook page. Like you can just leave a comment, like you would, comment like a thread on a Facebook post, and it'll actually come up on here, and we can interact, or you can just come up on the show with the StreamYard.com. I'm sorry, I'm not using proper posture. It's like midnight, so I'm usually sitting at my desk trying to look as professional as I'm capably able to, which isn't much, but at least I'm usually sitting up straight, but not tonight. Because we got to fit both of us in the screen here, right? And it's Donna's house, so I ain't going to make her move. She's comfortable where she's at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We lose the protest there for a sec. It's kind of weird, man. You think about it. You remember back in the day, man, you would be like watching the presidential returns, right? And you'd have on like CNN, you'd have on the TV, and then you'd be talking to people out here, and then you'd have your phone going, showing what's happening live in Washington, D.C. And, it wouldn't be like that at all, Now it's a nail biter election. The big basket.
You got to get Pittsburgh, he's saying.
Yep. Do you remember the movie The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh?
I remember the title. I don't remember.
Yeah. It was about, I think Stockard Channing was in it or something. It was Julius Erving was in it, Dr. J. It's supposed to be this basketball team that sucked, basically. And I don't know if they're supposed to be like an NBA team or not. I don't remember. Some kind of pro or some pro team, whatever. But they hired, it came out like the late 70s, early 80s. They hired an astrologer for the team. And then they ended up like going on and doing really cool stuff. But they had this song, and it was Mighty, Mighty Pisces, gonna bring you to your knees. I gotta find that, man. I gotta find that song. It's a pretty cool song. Yeah, Mighty, Mighty Pisces. And it became like the, like they figured out like Pisces was like the team sign or something.
Someone put up Dana Britt. Oh, man, come on, Pennsylvania, with the bull.
The bullshit.
I see what you're trying to do. Okay, live breaking news.
Not got to them yet. We're hearing, as Terry said, 5 a.m. from Milwaukee, 4 a.m. There's a state law that these officials cannot go home.
I should be able to find that and just put it on here, I guess. Let me see.
They can't go home until the absentee ballots are counted.
Who, the workers
Yeah.
at the polls? Where? What state is that?
They're speaking on it now.
Let me see something here.
Wisconsin.
But it is interesting that President Trump won Kenosha by just 200 plus votes last time, and at this point he seems to be doing very, very well here on the side of those protests and so forth. Apparently his message of strength, he was here a lot in Wisconsin. Apparently that message seems to be resonating early hours of the morning, if not maybe late tomorrow. Well,
Wait a minute.
the absentee in Arleyville, Wisconsin is about 57% of the vote. And there's a lot out. But looking at model data, it looks like Trump would lose that vote as it's on its own by only 5 points. That is going to make, that to me means Wisconsin's going to either be very close or it's going to move to Trump.
Mary Bruce, what are you hearing from the Biden campaign on that?
Well, George, they continue to stress, as they have in the days leading up to this, that they believe that the early vote has gone overwhelmingly to Biden, and that means
ABC?
that they still are optimistic, still are confident. In fact, a Biden campaign official just tweeted that we are going to win. They still are confident, even though, of course, we are at this waiting period, this intense waiting period, constantly urging everyone to be patient here. But we have to remember that the early vote we still don't have a good sense on in so many of these critical states that blue wall, yes. Would they have liked to win Ohio? Yes.
So that's what ABC on there, and that's ABC on there, but it's like ABC online. Is that's why it's a different person on there? Oh, okay.
Nah,
Like
it's
y'all
the
just
same
seen
person.
y'all just seen us looking at this camera, but actually we're in the middle of a media haven.
When it comes to Michigan, Wisconsin, potentially Pennsylvania.
She just looked whiter up there. So that's the same person.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm hungry shit, dude. I'm gonna order pizza. This is bad. I'll never make it to my workout tomorrow. That's right.
They'll say, what's open? It's after
Oh,
12.
that's right, man. That's SoCal. That's why Ocala sucks, man. You can't get no food delivered after like 11 o'clock. Like we'd have like Daryl's Diner could deliver, but they're all pro-Trump anyways.
I don't care as long as they don't pour
I could eat
poison my food.
I eat some pancakes right about now. Where's Uncle Buck when you need him?
But it's not about where you necessarily have or not you have a neat narrative. It's not quite 2016. Like when 2016 is not quite 2018 yet. We're somewhere in between. Can you tell yet whether the popular vote is going to come in fairly close to where most of the national polling averages was? I think you had between 8 and 9%. Our best guess is that Biden's going to.
Did you know that Stephanopoulos went to seminary?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he grew up Greek Orthodox, man. He's hardcore Greek, And like his parents were like Greek immigrants or something, first generation immigrants here. And he went to a Greek Orthodox seminary to become like a Greek Orthodox priest. Yeah, it's like 3
What
years,
happened?
like I did. He I don't know if he graduated or if he left early or what, but he didn't become one. I mean, now he's a correspondent and he worked in the Clinton White House and all that. But
Yeah, he figured out that.
yeah,
his parents
Al
wanted
Gore
him
went
to
to seminary for a little while too.
I
Al
didn't know
Gore
that.
was at I think Vandy going to seminary for a year or two. Yeah. I could eat like 2 Whoppers right now. Jeez. It's actually a couple of tired people on the camera not even talking. Like, yeah, it's a pretty like if aliens were watching this from like Mars, they'd be like, well, they have really boring election nights. Like, is there even an election going on? Yeah. Oh crap! Somebody's waiting to come on. Oh, I never. Oh man, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. How about you? Probably there like 2 days.
No, not long.
There's like a screen where I'm looking, and then off to the side is and I missed a comment. See, and it's all this stuff's off like in the corner, and it's really low and stuff, and I completely miss it all the time. It's not like, oh no, hey Joy, what's up? Yeah, this Joy is out in California. And she's laughing because, like, I don't know what the hell
So
I'm doing.
where you at, love?
Well, I am in Ocala. I'm actually working right now, and I'm going to be up all night for work. So I'm going to be doing this for a while. I'm ready to go. I just brewed a big pot of coffee, got Mountain Dew. I went to Wawa. I'm set. I got snacks. I got candy.
So
I'll make it.
what are your predictions?
I don't even want to say. I
I
really.
want to know the predictions. I want to know what kind of candy she has.
Look,
You're not the same.
that the mail-ins and absentee ballots haven't been counted yet.
Are you talking in general or in Florida or?
In general,
Okay.
All right, because the West Coast, all of that, I don't think all that votes were counted yet anyway, because they didn't close till 9 o'clock on the
Right.
West Coast.
Right.
9 o'clock here.
No, it would have been more like 10 o'clock here, wouldn't it? It's like 3 hours.
Ooh.
9 o'clock, 8, 7. It'd be 6 o'clock
o'clock.
in California.
Okay, so, but I know they said 9 o'clock, the polls were closing on the West Coast.
Man, they declared California a winner like 2 hours before it closed or something. That's right. What did he win? Like 69, almost 70%. Like they're wow. I wish I was there.
It's pretty close.
It is very close.
It's a
And
tight race, and I'm glad it's a tight race. Let him get a knots in his stomach and gas and shit.
I'm hoping Biden, they just announced Biden won Minnesota.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
So they have him right now at 223 to Trump's 118. When I lean, I'm looking actually at the TV with the coverage going on and on.
Okay.
So I'm
Well,
hoping it's Biden.
got the TV over here behind you.
I see.
Look
Yeah,
up.
I'm hoping it's Biden. On my group, one of our members had started a post basically running a poll. Who do you think is going to win and what do you think the points are going to be? I gave it to Biden at 290
Uh-huh.
for his. I think that's where he's going to kind of fall into and hit. I'm hoping.
It sounds good when his numbers are falling.
I hope so, but my worry is we don't have Texas. I think if Biden gets Texas, it's done. He's going to end up doing it.
Mhm.
But I don't think he's going to get Florida. And I'm hoping Texas, they're saying, is really, really close. So I'm really hoping maybe Biden pulls an upset there. We'll see, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I may let myself get a little more inflated with hope than perhaps. I don't know, but I try to be positive. Cynthia De La Rosa. Oh, Cynthia De La Rosa is getting stomped by Stan
She
McLean.
is.
But that. Well, I mean, to be honest, it's Marion County. Cynthia is a very good person.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And Stan, well, I remember dealing with him when we had the Confederate flag thing going on here a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, all I know is every time I go to a county commission prayer here in Ocala, man, they're always talking about Jesus during the prayer. And it's like the most evangelical, like, I don't know, it's like going to the Baptist deacon meeting more than it's like going to a county commission meeting. I say that as someone who's an ordained minister. It's just kind of like, geez, man, do we really have to hear a chick track just to get to the like tax issues?
Yep.
You know?
That's the only way they win. Oh, look, we're Christian. We're good people. Trust us.
Yeah.
Those are people you got to watch.
Yep.
You want to throw them a question? Say, are you Christian post-colonial or pre-colonial or post-colonial? Yeah.
Jeez.
What's your view on 19th century African missionary efforts? Yeah. Are you aware that fundamentalism came out of slaveholder religion in the antebellum South? And fundamentalism and evangelicalism is really the same thing, just on a different day. One has a 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, never mind. I'll start preaching on my fourth beer, and it always gets bad after that.
I always thought you were good.
Well, thank you.
Maybe we all just need a drink. It'll all be good then.
I just think politics is so nuts here in Marion County. It just cracks me up sometimes. Even up in Alachua, you know, like I got contacted by a good friend of mine, someone I've known a long time actually, and they're always like a couple days behind though, kind of a thing. I always say, dude, you're gonna be late for the revolution, man. You want to have a revolution, we're gonna be late. You know, like it's the thing I learned in the military, and maybe because my dad was in the military, is like punctuality. You know, is really big, and but it's like, yeah. So they wanted me to sort of be like a election monitor to look out to see if any rednecks were showing up, you know, harassing people at the polls, any Trumpsters. The trucks and all, and that was really cool, you know. And it was 2 specific precincts here in Marion County. One was out in the Shores, and one was in West Ocala. And I was like, hey, this is a great idea, you know, I'm cool with that. And then he says, like, well, you know, can you attend like the 3-hour online training thing? And I'm like, what's that? He goes, oh, it starts in like 90 minutes. I'm like, no, can I do it tomorrow? Oh no, I can't do it then. Like, man, come on. He said, well, you know, we're just doing this at the last minute. Try, you know, it's the election and all. I said, dude, we've known about the election for like 4 years. Like, what
Right.
do you mean you just figured it out? Like,
What are we waiting for?
good thing, but it was just like, I don't know. The whole. Sometimes I think the right dominates so well here because the left is so poorly organized or something. I don't know. Maybe they're all smoking weed. I have no idea. Maybe it's true. It slows you down and you can't think right. I don't know. Sometimes I was just like, yeah, could I have known about this? Like, say, 2 days ago, I'm not talking like a week ago. Like, well, I love it when there's like something going on downtown on the square. That's real. I really would like to attend. And like the Facebook event page comes out like 35 minutes before the event starts, or like the day after or something. I've actually received events on my Facebook timeline that happened like the day before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm trying to decide if I should say I'm going or not. I mean, it's a question of honesty because obviously you can't go if it already happened. But then you want to hit your attending because you want to support the thing, and that's like a number of support when it says you're going. So I think about these things sometimes. I go, what should I put here? Like, you're late, man. You're late. You missed the revolution. The revolution will not be televised, but damn it, it's going to have an alarm clock, okay? So, show the hell up. It's just strange.
What channel are you watching?
I actually have WGN on.
All right, that's like Channel 9 in New York.
Trump's at 136.
That's a channel from Chicago, right? Like they show Cubs games.
I think so. My client had it on when I walked in, and I didn't have to deal with Fox News. So I was just like, we'll leave it here.
Yeah,
none of the extra nonsense.
When I was a kid, my dad was from southeastern Wisconsin, Kenosha, and so like the local TV station was like WGN, and my grandma and my aunt used to watch Cubs games when I'd come up and visit it in the summer. And we actually went to a couple, but
that's pretty cool.
It was kind of cool. My first Major League Baseball game was the Cubs. It was before they had lights in the stadium, and they lost. So at least back then, in the late 70s, whatever it was, that would be the perfect first time you go to a Cubs game and learn to love the Cubs is that they lost. It sucked.
You learn how to take it.
You had to love the fact that you had to love the loser in them,
Well, see, I'm from the other side of the country. I was actually born in South Jersey. And when I was a kid, my grandfather had Phillies tickets. He used to brag about his seats right behind the wives behind home plate. So I had my first game. I don't remember, but I've seen the pictures.
Like Steve Carlton was pitching for him, and
I don't know. I don't even remember going. I've seen pictures. I looked adorable in my little Phillies.
Oh, yeah, little.
Yeah,
you were little then.
Yeah, I was like 3 or 4 years old. I was really little. He ended up going ahead and selling the tickets. It took him years. Like, he lived down here for years and kept those tickets just because they were such good seats. And then finally he said, they need to go. I'm never going again.
No.
So, but I grew up with Phillies fans, even though I'm a Red Sox fan.
I like the Red Sox. My mom's side of the family were actually from like New Hampshire, Massachusetts, whatever. And I remember it was a Game 6, man, Carlton Fisk. Game 6, 1986, or not 1986. What year was it? 76 World Series, I guess. They're playing the Red Sox. I mean, they're playing the Reds. And Carlton Fisk, like, they ended up losing the series, but he hit a home run off like the left field hole in Game 6. It like won the game, basically. It's like one of these, like, it's one of the great World Series moments, like in history. And it was really funny. I remember because we were watching it at my grandparents' house. And my grandpa was really old, and he was on like oxygen, and my grandma was sitting in the back knitting or crocheting. I still don't know the difference between them, but she was doing one of them and kind of acting like, well, yeah, you're just, I don't even like baseball. Y'all are just over here because you're family. And so we're watching it together. And the Red Sox are in the series, And so Carlton Fisk hits, and I'm a little kid. I was like 9, 10 years old. So I'm watching a game by my grandpa, and my grandma every once in a while is like clucking from behind me, going like, you're getting grandpa worked up. Don't do that. He's on oxygen. Quit eating all this butterscotch candy. Right? And all of a sudden, boom, he hits that home run. And like we're looking, my mom and dad are there, and we're looking at the TV in one end of the we're in the front room, like the Florida room. This is back when you really sat on the front porch and did things like you lived out there. You know, AC was a little less prevalent, but at the same time, we're looking back because my grandma like yells, and we look back. She's like throwing the knitting in the air, and she like freaked out when he hit the home run. And I'm just looking at her going like, "Grandma, I thought you said you weren't into baseball." The Red Sox ran deep in her, and she just kind of looks at me like, gives me this look like, "Shut up, little asshole." You know, my dad's just like, "Well, let's just leave Grandma alone for right now." You know, she's a little emotional. She needs a minute. You know, and then you're checking to see if Grandpa's like still breathing on the oxygen because he's flipping out. He spilled the candy dish.
Oh, God.
Yeah, all over that home run. Once again, there is actually an election going on tonight that can determine the future of not only the free world, but the world. And we're talking about Carlton Fisk, Game 6. Baby. Grandma threw her knitting needles in the air. Talking about America. No, they I'm there from New England. I should tell you right away. They would never have voted for Trump. You know, they would never have voted for Trump. My grandparents. My dad, like I didn't realize, you know, like he grew up on a farm in Wisconsin. He was in the Army 23 years. But it's like you know, he died to be 8 years ago. This Christmas here, like another month, basically, month and a half, 2 months. And I don't know, man, a couple years before he died, like we're talking, and I finally realized my dad was actually like a liberal, man. He was truly a progressive. He grew up when this guy, Governor Lafayette, was that Bob La Follette was governor in Wisconsin, and like FDR got some of his ideas for the New Deal from Bob La Follette, who was governor of Wisconsin. And you know, he was like actually it was a very progressive state during, you know, the early years of the Depression and all. And I mean, La Follette was discussed as a candidate to like run for president or something, but FDR pretty much had a lock on that, you know. But yeah, you know, so like I said to my dad, I go, so here's the ultimate test, Dad. If you're really, really a progressive, I go, who'd you vote for in the 1972 presidential election? He's like, I voted for McGovern. I'm like, dude, man, only like 6 people voted for McGovern. McGovern didn't even vote for McGovern. Like, he goes, well, I was one of those 6 people. And he was in the Army then, man. Yeah, you know, like, it's like, whoa. I was like, man, my dad, like, suddenly I picture my dad, like, hit.
Hello? Hello? Well, we lost Gene somehow. I don't know how that happened. Let's see if he's coming back. I don't know how that happened. Let's see if he's coming back. Sorry, keep turning to look to try to see where they're projecting. So Gene's computer died. He forgot to plug it in. And he's starting it back up. So he'll probably be back in a minute or two. I guess I'm watching WGN right now. They have Trump with 145, and we are with 223 with Biden.
Look at that. It came right back up when I turned it back on. That's crazy. That's
nice.
It is. Oh wait, we're talking about, and Joy is out in California. Okay, more laughter. Was this about smoking weed? Who's smoking the wrong kind of? I don't smoke the wrong kind of weed. I can neither confirm nor deny if I even would even like do something like that. You know, I'm just glad that law enforcement left me alone on much of my road trip.
That's good.
The Cubs. Yeah, I got stopped on my road trip in like 3 times in New Mexico. One time in Utah, it was because I was in the wrong side of a passing lane. Like they take their passing lanes very serious there. Got a warning. That was cool. You know. But the other one in New Mexico, I got stopped by Border Patrol twice on the interstate. I had to go through a checkpoint. They said, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" I'm like, "Yes." You know, and then a sobriety checkpoint. Actually, I was out in the middle of nowhere driving. I went out to see what they call the Very Large Array. It's a huge collection of like radio telescopes out in the middle of nowhere in western New Mexico. They look up like stuff for black holes and stuff like that. I always want to check the place out. And you drive this 2-lane highway, like 60 miles or something, into the middle of nowhere because I want to get well away from any kind of electromagnetic. No cities, no towns, no power lines, nothing. You can't even pick up radio stations out there hardly.
Wow.
Yeah. And on the way back in, I got where's the Google Play? Was it download? Oh well. So what is it? Was it doing that? That's weird. It was really, really weird out there. But yeah, I got stopped in a sobriety checkpoint. Because people out there, I used to live out west, and people out west, and they'll actually even measure distances on backcountry highways by numbers of beers you can drink. Like,
wow.
A guy wrote a book called The Monkey Wrench Gang. Edward Abbey, really great nature writer and environmentalist writer. But he wrote a novel called The Monkey Wrench Gang, and he talks in it about how this guy's measuring like the distance of his drive in Arizona by it's like a 4-beer drive or it's a 2-beer drive or whatever. So I wasn't sort of surprised they had the checkpoint where they did, but it just sucked. Because I don't believe in roadblocks, not even New Year's Eve, none of that. Because for one thing, studies have shown that like on New Year's Eve, if cops just do their beat, just do their patrol, they'll actually catch as many or more DUIs as if they have roadblocks. Whether that's because they publicly announce them in the paper or whatever, I don't know. But they mostly catch like suspended licenses and safety violations. And to me, it's like I look at it like if I'm driving down the road and I'm not appearing intoxicated, right? I mean, I'm not saying, drive and just don't appear intoxicated. Don't be intoxicated and drive. But I mean, if I'm not, weaving or in some way looking like I'm a danger to myself or others on the road because I'm intoxicated, and my safety equipment, if it's at night, my lights are working, my blinkers, whatever. Basically, why are you going to stop me? I mean, that's the one place where I'm really libertarian. I don't believe in them at all. Now, like when they had that prison escape a few years ago in upstate New York, and they had roadblocks because they were looking for those 2 guys, and they found them just shy of Canada. It was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It's a big news thing. I could see that. That was very immediate and acute. Like, I mean, they could have carjacked a little old lady, right, and been hiding under blankets in the back seat. I get that. That one I can work with. That was a very unusual circumstance. But your typical, and certainly I'm like 75 miles, 100 miles inside the U.S., right? And I'm being forced to pull over like to a truck weigh station, and they go, here's this guy in full tactical looking at me going, are you a U.S. citizen? Or no, are you a citizen of the United States, sir? Yes. Like what? Do I have paperwork to show it? I mean, and like the first guy I went through in New Mexico, he was like, I don't know. I felt like the haircut was definitely military, but if I'd have met him at a barbecue and didn't know what he did for a living, we probably could have had a beer together and talked about sports, and it would have been okay. Kind of a thing,
right.
I'm just doing my job kind of thing. I had that feeling about him. The second guy, he asked me, and granted, I didn't have a shirt on and I've got my long hair and whatever. But when he asked me, I said, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. He just looked at me, and the look on his face was like, you're not my kind of citizen. I mean, that's how I felt it, And they actually have drug dogs and stuff. They can just pull you over and search your car if they feel like on a whim. And so I was like waiting for, like, he just looked at me like I thought, oh, he's going to give me the ninth, fifth degree, whatever, third degree. But and then I looked at him and I said, I'm a veteran too. And that kind of ticked him off. I don't think he was a vet or something. That kind of annoyed him that I said that. Like I was trying to be smart ass, which I kind of was. And he ended up waving me through. But I felt like, the second time I got stopped, that guy was very close to pulling me aside. Just because I didn't look like his kind of U.S. guy.
Right.
I really got that impression off him. First
You
guy
look like a hippie.
Yeah. I mean, the first guy was like, I said, yes, sir. I'm a U.S. citizen. He's like, okay, go do your thing. But the second guy, when I said it, he looked annoyed. And then I said I was a veteran, and that really kind of annoyed him. And actually, when I said it, I went, oh, gee, you could shut up, dude. You talk too much. But then he ended up waving me through, and I was like, I was out of there before he changed his mind. Because he was, it's down by Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Yeah. Yeah, and the first one was out by White Sands. I went out there. I wanted to go out and see where the nuclear bomb got blown up. Ended up leaving Socorro, which is where the radio telescopes were. Came back across and stopped at the Trinity site or near it. There's a little monument marker. Like, I don't know, man. It's late night. It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night or something. Wasn't too far from where the first atomic bomb got blown up. And I actually want to go to Ground Zero for it, but you can only go there twice a year. It's in October, April, or May. This one weekend they open. It's a road, goes up through White Sands National Monument for like 80 miles or something.
They have this ad
out in the middle of nowhere to go to the place.
They have this ad saying you can write off your cell phone as a tax write-off.
Right.
And I'm learning to see what the site is.
I'm going to have to see if I can find a pizza for a tax write-off right about now. There's got to be some place in Ocala that delivers this late at night.
Oh, 5-star might.
5-star?
Check with them.
Good idea.
Can you call the 5-star open? I'll get a pizza for us, man.
Don't you got Siri?
Yeah, I never use my Siri. My Siri's an annoyance.
You got Siri right there. Ask Siri.
Hey, Siri. That didn't do it. How do you make Siri work? What do you? Oh, now I do it. Hey, Siri, find me a 5-star pizza.
I can help you find Pizzeri if you turn on location services. Go to
No.
settings.
I don't have
select
them on it.
location services.
See how much I use Siri? I don't use my location services. Okay, so here we go.
Just ask for the telephone number.
Siri
for
and
5-star.
search. That must be it.
They gave Florida to Trump.
Okay, that wasn't on. That might help. Set up. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri, send a message. Hey, Siri, how's the weather today? Hey, Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes.
It's analyzing your voice.
Hey, Siri, play some music. That's nice. Hey, Siri, get me a pizza.
One option is
Sweet!
Pizzeria on Southwest 19th Avenue
Oh,
Road.
those are all closed.
Do you want that one?
I want the one that's open.
J Rock's Pizzeria is on
No, it's
Southwest
not.
19th
It's
Avenue.
closed.
Less than a half mile to your west, and it gets 4.5 stars.
Hey,
Open
Siri.
today from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Hey, Siri. 5-star pizza.
I found one option. 5-star pizza. on
Closing
Southwest College Road.
soon.
Call
Wanna
them
try
up.
that one?
Yeah, call them.
Calling 5-star pizza.
I've never used Siri before. I'm entering the 21st century finally.
Thank you for calling 5-Star Pizza Ocala, your hometown pizza for 24 years. Enjoy our special
You want like a
2
pepperoni
large
pizza or
2-topping
something?
pizzas and
It's
an
up
ice
to you.
cold
I'm not
pizza
hungry. You
for
know,
only
enjoy it.
$4.99. One of our
25
friendly team
bucks for
members will
that.
be right with you. All calls are recorded for quality
You aren't
and training
hungry?
purposes.
Oh, yeah, I'm starving, man. Yeah,
Please stay on the line. Someone will be right with
I'm
you.
going to be hurting at the workout tomorrow. I may have to cancel. I'll blame it on the election. I had to stress eat.
That part in your ear, you got that thing playing so loud.
Like an old man. It's on speaker.
Okay, you good?
I'm going to go grab my coffee. I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
You think this be the show for like people who are bored at work and they're just like hang out. I shouldn't get this pizza, but I'm gonna. Yeah, hey, how much is like a I don't know, like a large pepperoni pizza?
It'd be about $13.
How about a medium pepperoni?
We don't have a medium, just a small and a large.
Okay, cool, man. I'll take a large pepperoni pizza, and can you address and whatever all that?
Yeah.
If he needs my card number, I'll get that.
Can it be delivered?
No, ma'am, I just stopped doing delivery.
All right. So we'll drive out there.
We'll go?
Yeah, I'll take you out there.
Oh man, cool.
All right, hold on. Don't hang up.
What which location is this?
The one on 200 by the Dick's Sporting Goods.
By Dick's Sporting Goods. So that's
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay, yeah. I work out by that's funny. Orange Theory Fitness where I work out.
Mhm.
Okay, so like we left now, I'd probably be ready pretty soon, huh?
If we leave now,
Yeah, we're like we're behind what's the name of this place? It's over here behind Walmart.
Grand Reserve Apartments. We should be there in a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Biden's talking. Yeah, we'll be here in a couple minutes, man. Can you make that?
Yeah, what did you want again? I didn't hear you.
Oh, like a large pepperoni pizza.
Anything else?
Nah, that's cool.
Okay, it's 1470 and it should be ready about 10 minutes.
All right, cool.
It's like keep their spirits up.
So hey, man, Biden's talking now, so I guess we're gonna call it a night on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm going to get a pizza. Yeah.